Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. This is our web development series, and today we are going to learn one of the most important concepts in CSS, that is display, visibility, and overflow. These three things control how elements actually behave on a web page, whether they sit side by side, take full width, disappear, or even what happen when content becomes too big. If you understand today topic clearly, layouts will start making a lot more sense. So stay till the end because I will also show you practical coding demos in VS Code. So here what you will learn today. So we will understand what display is. We will learn block, inline block, and none. And then we will compare visibility versus display. And finally we understand overflow, hidden, scroll, and auto. And of course I will explain real examples so it makes sense. So why this is important? Because this control how element appear on the page. It affects the spacing, alignment, and layout structure. If you want to build clean and responsive design, this topic is super important. Now what is display? So display define how an element behaves in layout. Does it start on a new line? Can we give the width and height? Does it take the full width or only needed width? Or does it completely disappear? So let's understand them one by one. So here display block element always start on a new line. They take the full width by default, and width, height, and margin and padding all work perfectly. Some common blocks elements are the div tag or heading, h1 to h6, paragraph, section, article. So we normally use block elements to create a page structure and layout section. So let's move to VS Code and see in practical way. So here is the basic HTML structure. I already write the content means HTML content. So let's write the CSS. So first let's see this is a if you see this block element these are the two. Let me show you. One is a div having a class box and the class block. So if you see here, here you can see each element start on a new line, this div and this paragraph one. So that's exactly how a block. If I make dot block and just write display inline, they both come on the same line, means this actual width. But if I write the block, they take the whole width of the screen. So that's exactly how block works, means start on a new line and take the full width. Next is the inline element. Inline displays like if you see here span and anchor tag, or these are the inline, these are come in the inline. So for inline element do not start on a new line, they take only the required width, and width and height do not work properly on this inline. So, and padding and margin work but mostly sideways. So if you see here in the inline box, in this span 1, span 2, and span link inline. So if I write here dot inline, if I write the display block here, now see span 1, span 2, and link inline take the full width. In fact they have all, by default they have the inline elements, but they take the whole width because I write the display block. If I write if I comment that, it takes the normal one as usual. The means start on means take the required width. So next is the display inline block, means the combination of box, means that's something in between inline and block, and it does not start on a new line but like inline, but width and height, margin, and padding work like block. So it is perfect for buttons, navigation menus, and small UI elements. So let's try this. So this is the inline block demo. So these are the inline block ID and box, IB and box. So if you see dot IB, and let's say display inline. They take they require width. When I write block, they take the whole width here. But when I write inline block, they take the again required width. But I can give the I can able to set the here height and width of these boxes. If I write 100 pixel, take the 100 pixel. If I write width 100 pixel, 100 pixel set here. If I change to inline, they only take the their required width. So this is the main important point in this video, is that in this inline block and inline block, in inline, in display inline, we cannot able to set the height and width, but in inline block we can set the height and width on the elements, on any div or any element. So this is the main important point you have to learn in this. So next is the display none. Display none is completely removes the element from the layout. It takes no space. Browser behaves like it does not exist. We usually use this to show hide menus, modals, or drop down. So like where is the, yes, if you see here display none, this visible text, this text is hidden, this text is also visible. If I set to here hide, means dot hide, and set display none. Focus on this line, this text is hidden. When I save this text is visible. This means this text is hidden, this paragraph is hidden here when I set display none. So see how the middle element disappear completely, and space is also gone from this here. Next is the visibility. Visibility is the different from this display none, but works like that. Like I have one more visibility hide, and now focus on this line. This is hidden but space is there. Focus on this here, this. When I write visibility hidden, see, that's a magic. See here, element is invisible but the gap is still there. So layout does not collapse here, but the element is invisible. But when I set the display none, the element is invisible, means remove, and space is also removed from this structure. So let's see, we cover inline block. Inline, remember inline we cannot able to set the width and height, but inline block we able to set the width and height here. And in display none, it completely remove the element from this structure page, and even no space is here left row for that. And invisibility, the element is not visible but the space is still reserved in the structure. So let's see the difference between the display versus visibility. So in display none, element gone plus space, no space, and visibility hidden, element invisible but space is stays. So that is the easiest way to remember. Next is the overflow. Overflow decide what happens when content is bigger than its box. Like example, she's like visible, hidden, and scroll and auto. These are the options in the overflow. So let's see in the, so if you see here, I have the 4 boxes here and having the text here. So let me write the it. Let me add some more content in this lower 10 for the extras. So if you see in the first box, the text is come in the outside overflow. So for that, dot, what is the class for this? Container visible, yes, dot visible, and set the overflow first is the visible. So if you see, this content is here, but when I set the hidden, the content is means the content hidden cuts the extra content from the overflow from this box. And when I set the scroll, now a scroll bar is here to check the whole content. And when I set the auto, means it automatically take the scroll bar in this. Like if I remove this scroll bar done, if I again paste, scroll bar is again come. And that's why we have to use this visible, like in the chat app or in the scroll means bar. So let's see the real use cases of these. Where do we use these in real life example? So in the navigation menus, buttons, cards, section, hidden menus, chat boxes, and many more places. So just a few best practice for this: use inline block for the button like element, and use display none for the toggling UI, and use visibility hidden if you want heights without breaking the layout, and prefer overflow auto instead of scroll, and try not to fix the height unless required. So today we learn block, inline block, and none. We learn differences between the display and visibility, and we learn overflow, hidden, scroll, and auto. If you understand this, your CSS foundation just becomes stronger. So alright guys, that is for today's video. I hope this made things clear and simple. If you find this helpful, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JDCodebase for more awesome CSS videos are coming. PPT and code files are available in the description, so definitely check them out. See you in the next video.